Did you know that Crystal Palace has never won an established trophy? Only 2 Sky Bet championships to the name, which really, that's more of a promotional trophy. I don't really consider that to be a trophy.
No.
Never won a Carabao Cup or an FA Cup. Obviously nothing in Europe. Never won a Premier League or an English League title.
They've been in an FA Cup final twice.
Yeah.
Beaten by the same team twice, unfortunately. Man United.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah. They first cup final, they drew 3 each after extra time. They played a replay then, and they lost 1-0 in the replay.
Yeah.
But in the second cup final, they lost 2-1, I think it was. So they've been to the cup finals, and unfortunately, you're talking about Europe. When they did get into Europe, because they finished third as the best ever.
In a league campaign.
In a league campaign. We were just coming out of being banned in Europe, so the English teams didn't have very many places in the Europe, because obviously we lost our rankings, and unfortunately they lost out because of that, so they didn't actually get, even though they finished third, they didn't get into Europe.
Never even played a European
So it was a shame,
game.
really, that when they did actually get a good position, they missed out on it, so it was a shame, really. But.
So today we're going to rebuild them, and we're going to try... I say rebuild, it's more of just a build, isn't it?
Yeah.
We're going to try and actually win them a trophy, get them some kind of European football.
Yeah.
And I actually think on Football Manager, they always seem to get relegated, and I don't think it's down to their players, because I actually think some of their players, even on the game, really good.
Yeah.
I think they just struggle defensively. They got some fantastic attacking players in our team, so especially, we've just signed Odsonne Edouard a couple of seasons ago. French striker from Celtic. He's got everything that you want him to be for a good Premier League goal scorer. Maybe lacking a little bit of pace, but he's got the good off the ball. He's a good penalty taker and everything. Fantastic finish with the ball with a decent composure. So we've got a good striker in our thing, but I think the best positions is in behind that. We've signed, obviously we've got Wilfried Zaha. Whether you like him or hate him, he is a danger. I dislike him as a player. I think that his attitude sometimes when he just starts on people for no reason and stuff like that, he's his own worst enemy.
It is a shame because he is a really good player.
Talented.
Yeah.
He's talented.
When he's in the mood, he's dangerous.
Yeah. And I think that attitude might be the reason why things didn't work out at Manchester United, because when we signed him, he was so young and promising. And I think he had a little bit to do with David Moyes' daughter, if the stories are true. Well, that's what people were saying. Yeah. So his attitude might have been a bit of a problem there, but I think he wasn't he Sir Alex's last signing, Wilfried Zaha? I'm sure he was.
Yeah, it might have been,
so there's that.
He had that problem when he wanted to go to Arsenal as well, didn't he? I think his attitude lost that as well, really.
Absolutely. But they've signed the likes of Ibri Eze, who I actually really like on this game. I think he's a fantastic young talent as well. They got him from Millwall, I believe. QPR, sorry. He did play for Millwall. £16 million from a championship club, and I think he's actually done quite well in the last couple of seasons. We also have Mateta, Jean-Philippe Mateta, who's come in recently and I think is done quite well as well. So not bad, especially in real life in the Premier League. He's done good. He looks quite good on the game. But I think their standout talent is this man, Michael Olise.
Yeah.
I can't believe he's 19 because I think as maturity, he's really good. And I remember watching an FA Cup game this year. I think it was actually against Millwall, and that's the reason why I thought it was Millwall earlier. He played amazing and changed the game. He'd come on the pitch. It was a really tight game. Millwall should have been 1-0 up. And then Michael Olise was phenomenal and won the game. Scored 2 identical goals, curled it into the top corner. Got a bit of a wand of a left foot, this guy. I really like him, and I think, there's talks about different clubs, including Man United, who are looking for Anthony in the Dutch league right now, who very similar type of player, but were being priced out. They're wanting like 70 odd million because Ajax been picked and pulled apart. Michael Olise, he could be a fantastic secondary option.
Only 19, so
so they do have a very good team. I think they might just be struggling for depth at the back. They've got Anderson, who's okay, but the rest, I mean, Gerhai, he's been good in real life, but on the game they don't rate him as much just yet. Maybe in next year's game he will be decent, but he does look like he's quite a promising player. And I actually think, they overperformed this year because I think Patrick Vieira got it right.
Yeah, definitely.
Quality season from Crystal Palace.
I can remember when Spurs played them near the end part of the season, and we did actually do Palace over. I thought it was going to be a really hard game for us.
Yeah.
And I think we had an easy game that day, but from that game on, he sort of changed the Palace again, and they were a hard team to beat.
Yeah.
And they've done a couple of teams over with some good results at the end of the season.
Yeah, people question the decision to bring him in, and I actually think it was a really good decision in hindsight. So I didn't actually sign any players because I have done the transfer update, so it brings us this youngster that they have picked from Derby County, but he's not anything on the game. He might be good in real life, but they didn't give us any money, and I didn't want to go on the editor and give me any money. I thought this first season, let's just see how things go. So no transfers on the in. So let's take a look at the tactic then. I don't think I really wanted a transfer, to be honest. Well, obviously it would have been ideal, but I'm going for this. Now, I haven't tested this yet. This is off the cuff of the first 3 games I played, going quite badly, but we'll take a look at that in a second. Where I played a 4-2-2, and I've now moved it, so we've got a little bit more defensive options, and the inverted wing-backs are going to help. Originally, I had it so it was like up here, and it was just wing-backs trying to help going forward, because I thought, we haven't got a very good defence, let's just go attacking.
Yeah.
It didn't really work out that well. So instead, we've got a little bit more defensive with Kouyaté in this deep line playmaker. He's going to kind of screen the defence. He's quite good at that, to be honest. I want Elise playing as many games as possible, and I want Mateta playing as many games as possible attacking, because he's quite a beast as well. He's 6'4" with 15 jump and reach and good, not a bad heading. So I want him playing every single game to attack those corners. So that's what I'm thinking, and this is where I'm on about where it didn't go too well. Ooh, Liverpool first game, we're never expected to win that. No. 2-1 loss is not as bad considering we were 1-0 up, 87, 88. Yeah. That's just unlucky.
Yeah, fitness probably.
But this is when I was like, oh, maybe not. 5-1 loss to Leeds, and then we lost to Watford, who were in the Championship, of course. They still have Premier League players. Sarr and Siralta scoring a goal there, knocking us out the cup. And a 1-1 draw to Fulham, that man Mitrovic getting a 92nd minute winner. That's when I decided, that's actually the first game we played it.
Equaliser,
sorry, he's got the equaliser. That's when we played it and tested it for the first time. So I'm unsure how this first season's going to go.
It's got to get good now, though.
Yeah, it's got to be good now, surely. Yeah. So, okay, let's start and see how this goes, and we'll simulate the first season. Right, this first season, it worked out quite well.
Yeah, I'm quite happy with that.
10th place, yeah.
I think Palace would be happy. The Palace fans would be happy with that.
Good God, yeah. I mean, top half.
You don't want to be, down the bottom, sort of pushing under pressure for the relegation, but yeah, they'll take that.
Yeah, the board are pleased with it too. They give us a B so far, but when we lost those games at the start, it was like a C-. So I was like, we're in trouble here. Michael Elise is our top scorer, highest average rating, and most assists, with the most man of the matches.
There we go.
So yeah, I mean, now he's 20 years of age. He's developing quite nicely. His valuation's going up. Everything is going great. But yeah, 10th place. I'm happy with that. Leicester being overachievers there, finishing in 4th.
Surprise there is Newcastle getting relegated.
Newcastle getting relegated with all of that money, alongside Forest and Brighton even going down.
Brighton
Fulham
is supposed
staying
to be
up.
Crystal Palace's rivals.
Rivals, yeah.
What do they call it? The M23 derby. I think
yes, because they're nowhere near each other, are they? But it's quite funny. So as you can see here, fierce rivals with Brighton, local rivals with, of course, Millwall being another
Charlton.
London club, and Charlton being another one as other rivals. But they're the two fierce ones there, Brighton and Millwall. It's always funny because it's like Seagulls versus the Eagles.
Yeah.
And it is funny. It just seems like the most friendliest rivalry ever. I don't know why, but there we go. I think it's just Brighton's just quite a nice family club, isn't it?
Yeah, I think they are, yeah.
But okay, so that's not bad then this season. What about in the cups though? Have we managed to win a cup in our first season? No, because we've already seen it at the top there. It would have appeared. Quarter-final by Man United. Second round, of course, we were knocked out by Watford.
FA Cup being knocked by 9, it isn't nothing unusual, is it?
No, who actually went on and won it against Liverpool in the final after extra time. Come on, Eric. We know, obviously, Michael Elise scored and got the most assists, so there we go. But Mateta still got 17 goals. Edouard only got 12. That's disappointing for me.
Yeah.
Because he is a quality striker on this game. So, yeah, I'm disappointed by that, to be honest. Okay, we'll go on to the second season. Have they give us much money? Let's take a look. 30 million. I'd hope for a little bit more than that, considering we finished top half.
Yeah.
To sustain what we had.
Well, I think Palace have been done for a couple of times with money-wise, and they've gone into not liquidated.
Close to it,
They've had a few problems, so they're not going to be,
No, I don't
they
think.
don't want to put themselves in that position again, do they?
No, exactly. We do have 100% of the transfer revenue, so if we do sell players, we get 100% of that money back into it. But we've got only 23 million in the bank. But of course, we'll eventually get the TV rights from the Premier League come through. But we do have a big £82 million debt there, which is quite interesting, which we're paying out every now and then. So that's obviously something to consider. But okay, we'll go forward to the second season. No players on the outs then. In fact, I have been rejecting offers for Odsonne Edouard for a loan deal to Barcelona. Didn't see that coming.
No.
They also tried coming in to buy Joachim Andersen, but £22 million, I wanted more money than that. And as you can see, I have spent all of our transfer budget and then some. So, who did I bring in? Well, let's start off. My first signing was actually a Tottenham loanee, Dane Scarlett. Just as a backup striker, to be honest. I wouldn't be too opposed to him actually starting, really, if the assistant manager deemed that necessary. I think he's a good player, especially on this game, and he grows into an even better player. So for now, we're loaning him in and see how he does. He's got 1 goal and 1 assist, I think, in 4 games. That's not bad. But our first actual transfer is Yason Guzman. He's a Colombian, and if you've never picked this guy up, do it. He's a hell of a cheap. Gets himself a work permit, second season, £2.5 million. Very good player.
Bargain, isn't it?
Yeah, he's played 4 games. He hasn't done anything yet. We'll wait to see whether that 2.5 million was wasted or not.
Got to use the Premier League.
Yeah, exactly. But we have made some more signings. Where's all that money gone, Luke, you say? Right, Zisager, £5.5 million, a good centre-back. He's left-footed, which made it even more appealing because Joachim Andersen is right-footed. So this guy comes in and he slots right into that left-hand side. He's 6'4". He's got decent defending attributes. He's a towering threat because he's good at heading, good jump and reach, and he's strong as well, quite brave at 6'4". So that's what I like about him, really. He stays back at all times. He runs the ball very rarely. His sole purpose being on that pitch is just to defend.
Old-fashioned defender.
That's exactly what he's like.
Just get rid of it, pass it to someone else, and they can do it.
Yeah. From Switzerland, of course. We picked him up from Young Boys. We always see Young Boys in and around the Champions League, don't we? $5.5 million. They probably get a lot more money than we do because of the Champions League qualifications, and they're willing to sell players for $5.5 million. So that's a good signing, I think, to kick things off. But our signature signing this summer is a Turkish player, Yusuf Yaziki. He is a 25-year-old centre midfielder who can play in behind the striker as well. He's just so technically gifted. His physicals are okay, but he's so technically gifted with a lot of 15s and 16s in supplying the on the ball sort of attributes.
Like his technique 17.
Exactly, yeah. He can pass the ball, he's got a good long shot, great first touch, you can dribble, cross, and take a corner.
Yeah, it's good.
I like it. But what also is quite good about him is he's not got bad attributes in defensive things, like 10 for tackling, 17 for aggression. So when we are playing this high tempo, trying to win the ball back, he's not bad at that either because he does have a decent amount of teamwork and work rate. You can rely on him. He's not, and he's a leader too. 16 for leadership. We need to think about these things going forward. So yeah, I like him a lot. Curls the ball is always something that whenever I see that, I find that player more attractive because I think from set pieces, curling the ball will make the set piece better. Whether that actually works in the game, just in my head it works. But I think this is a good signing, to be honest. So we picked him up, £16 million. From Lille. He played in Russia last season, got 6 goals in 18 games. For a centre midfielder, that's not bad at all.
No.
So that's what we're looking like so far. Let's take a look at the tactic then. Are we sticking with it? Yes, we're going with exactly the same, but this time we're securing Guzman on the left and securing Yaziki in that centre midfield role. And then obviously the rest of the front three I think picks itself. Kouyaté can also go in there too. So that's what I'm hoping going forward. Anyway, let's take a look at the schedule. We've had some tricky games, not going to lie, but we have picked up a couple of wins so far. So this is exactly what I expected it to be.
Yeah, we've lost again. The 2 games we've lost there is teams that you'd think, all right, I can accept that.
Yeah, absolutely.
And we beat the teams I think we should be beating.
Yeah, well, we beat Millwall, fierce rivals. We beat them
Millwall as well.
At Millwall. Dane Scarlett scored another London-based player. So Fulham 3-2. That's a good victory. Michael Elise got himself 2. Dane Scarlett got 1. And then the Leeds game, Odsonne Edouard finished off with a penalty, and they went down to 10 men in the 95th minute trying to kick on. Mason Mount scored quite early, but Wilfred Zaha lost his head, got himself sent off. That's poor. And we went to Old Trafford and didn't really stand a chance against Manchester United. So okay, prediction. We finished 10th last season. Where do you think we should be aiming for with those signings bringing them in?
At least the same.
Yeah.
Definitely the same. You'd like to think a little bit higher, so We'll go for 9th or 8th.
9th or 8th.
Yeah.
I'd definitely be happy with that.
You've got to think the teams above us will stay above us, probably.
Yeah.
So,
I don't know what it is, but we're always so good in friendlies.
Yeah.
I mean, final in Ajax, then we beat Excelsior 8-0. Stuttgart, we did a hell of a lot in friendlies, yeah. Okay, then we'll simulate this second season. And so we did one better, Dad. We finished in 7th place.
definitely happy with that.
Just 3 points outside of Europe, in fact.
Yeah.
Which is very good indeed. Let's take a look at the profile, just in case any of our players are in there. Michael Elise, 17 assists this season. Is the highest. Christian Eriksen at Manchester United. Could that happen in real life? Possibly.
Well,
with 16 there.
It's definitely going to happen, didn't they? So.
Yeah, they are very rarely wrong.
Should we predict it?
No.
Before it happens?
Never happens. Never happens when it's Man United anyway. But Chelsea down in 9th place, but looks like they won the Europa League.
Yeah,
West Ham. I think West Ham have won themselves a cup because they've qualified for the EC2, which annoyingly means that we didn't. Because if they don't win that cup,
that's history for you. That's what happens to
all
Crystal
the time.
Palace when they get in those places, isn't it?
Yeah, just so unlucky. So there we go. But I'm really proud of the fact that we managed to finish. That's kind of the best of the rest, isn't it?
Yeah.
You know, you're finishing behind Leicester, but you're still behind the top 6, and I think that's where if you said to Crystal Palace, like, what is your target for the next 3 years? If you were to be kind of like optimistic, they would say, let's get to that 8th and 7th place behind the top 6 right now. We might not have the money, but we definitely have the young talent right now to carry us there within the next couple of years. That could be a possibility. Also, while I remember, thank you very much to all the Fulham fans who let us know how your food was like. Crystal Palace fans.
Oh yeah, come on.
What is the food like at Selhurst Park?
Yeah.
Is it nice? Is it expensive? Is it really overrated? Is it underrated? We want to know what the food is like at all of these English stadiums, because I'm just really intrigued now.
It was quite funny though. I mean, the Fulham fan came through and said that the food was lovely outside the ground, inside the ground.
Yeah, which I think that's probably the same in a lot of different stadiums around the UK. So yeah, let us know, Palace fans, what's it like? Okay, or if you've been on an away day to Crystal Palace, let us know what the food was like there. I'm genuinely intrigued. So yeah, that's a good season for us, but I hazard a guess that we haven't won any other competitions. Let's take a look. Semi-final by West Ham.
That was a bit unlucky, wasn't it?
Yeah, semi-final. So obviously they probably went on and won it. They went on penalties against Arsenal in the final there. Fair play to them, winning the Carabao Cup, and the FA Cup was won by Manchester City.
Crystal Palace. Now, this is an interesting fact. I never actually did it. They reckon that Crystal Palace is probably the oldest professional team in the world.
I thought that was Sheffield something.
Well, no, that's probably because they were actually formed in about 1860 as just an amateur side come through.
Yeah.
So they started there in 1860, really, and I think that's what makes them the oldest team in the world, really. But they didn't go professional until I think it was 1905.
Yeah.
So when they say the oldest professional team, it's not. But the oldest.
Because I think that's Notts County, isn't it?
Right,
who's the oldest professional.
So they reckon they're one of the oldest teams in the world, really.
Yeah.
But the interesting fact about if you show the kits again, and it was something I never knew this.
Yeah. Okay.
Regarding the football kit, then they started off in blue and white, and I think that's why the third kit is blue and white.
Yeah.
But their main kit from I think it was the early 1900s was claret and blue.
Ah.
No, I thought.
God, nobody uses claret and blue.
Well, I thought I can't remember, but they didn't change to the kit that they got now until 1974, I think it was. But I couldn't remember that. I couldn't never remember seeing Crystal Palace playing in claret and blue.
Yeah.
So I looked it up. Why do they play in claret and blue? When they went professional, they asked for some help from an Aston Villa secretary who came over and helped them, and he also brought some kit with him. And
why is that? Why didn't everybody just think, should we design our own kit instead of stealing somebody else's?
And so they played in claret and blue for most of their history, really.
Yeah, it's amazing, isn't it? How all of these professional clubs, it is basically like, you know, when you turn up for like a new club in Sunday League, and they give you like a kit, and you go, well, they ain't your badge. That's happened so many times when you play for like a really crap Sunday League team. I remember helping out a mate, and they picked up the kit and it was pink, and I was like, I swear that club crest is like green. And I was like, that's not even your badge. He was like, yeah, we borrowed the kits, mate. All right, of course you did. Right, okay. But that's quite an interesting story. So I actually quite like that.
Another interesting fact as well. Who did Real Madrid play against on the first time they ever played in London.
Crystal Palace.
Crystal Palace in a friendly.
Yeah.
They lost 4-3 in a friendly. They just hadn't come over. But it was only 2 weeks before they played in the European Cup final against Benfica.
Yeah, so that's probably when the European Cup was first brought in, didn't they? Because that's what they started doing. They started touring, didn't they? And that was the question then, who is the best in the Europe?
But yeah, 2 weeks before they played in the big final for them, they come across to London and played Crystal Palace in a friendly.
Bloody hell. Fair enough.
Yeah.
Okay, let's take a look at some player statistics then. Goals. Wilfried Zaha was the top scorer this year with 20 goals. He got 6 assists. Michael Olise, very consistent again with his both goals and assists. He's starting to become our best player quite easily there. But I think there's some people sniffing around.
Dear.
Manchester United there, and he wants to move to a bigger club. That's
Is Man United
interesting.
bigger than Crystal Palace?
Yes. Odsonne Edouard is still wanted by Barcelona as well, and Yazici is wanted by Leeds. I think we can say that we might be able to keep hold of Yazici.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, there's a few players there. What about transfer? We've been given £50 million. That's better.
That's better. We're just off Europe.
Yeah, and we're losing a lot of wages here for players who I decided not to renew because they are quite old.
Yeah.
But it does mean we're going to have a massive summer, because if you think that's 7 first-team players there, maybe 6 if you don't count Sadiq there. And if you look at the size of our club, take away 7 of those players,
we're in trouble.
We're looking quite scarce,
Yeah.
especially if we decide to sell a couple of players. So let's go forward another season and see who we bring in, what the squad's looking like, because I'm predicting a bit of a rebuild within this rebuild.
Yeah.
Now, there has been some big transfers on the outs. Will Hughes is the first one. He's gone to Leeds United, £22.5 million after a couple of years. We've made a big profit on him, to be fair.
Yeah.
He has been a first-team player quite a lot, and I think I could not turn down anything over £20 million. There was a bit of a bidding war with both Leeds and Wolves. Leeds won that, and I was all right with him leaving. He's an okay player, but we can still do better.
Well, hopefully we can, yeah.
Yeah. Odsonne Edouard has also left. He was kicking off a little bit, and I'm not actually that pleased with how much we have sold him for, only £22 million.
We ain't got a good history with French players at Crystal Palace, have we? Talking about Eric Cantona.
Yeah. Well, you think about it, a lot of their players are French now, because Pat Vieira's French. He's bringing in French players, so that is quite interesting that you say that. Maybe we can change things about that and don't go bad-mouthing the king. So, Odsonne Edouard has left the club. £22 million. He's gone to West Ham, unfortunately. Even though Barcelona was sniffing around, I offered him out to Barcelona for £20 million because he was kicking off. He wanted to leave, and Barcelona came in with a £12 million bid. And I thought, you're taking them. And then West Ham was also interested. I offered him out to West Ham, £22 million. I thought, now maybe that'll entice Barcelona, because I'd rather him go there than obviously West Ham. No, they didn't, and then he just ended up going to West Ham. Okay. But there's some more bad news. Michael Olise is a Manchester United player.
You just summoned it was Man United.
I mean, I'd love to go to Man United, yeah. But I think when you see how much we sold him for, you'd be okay with it. £76 million upfront cost.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, that's a good deal, isn't it?
You've got to take it.
That's a good deal. There's no way I can turn that down.
I can't see Crystal Palace turning that down.
No. So we have actually brought in a grand total of £121 million plus the £50 million.
Yeah.
This is going to be the biggest rebuild that we have done so far.
Come on then.
Now let's start things off, because we also lost our goalkeeper to retirement. We have brought in Andre Lunin from Real Madrid, I believe he was. £3.6 million. He's a really good goalkeeper, to be fair. Good reflexes, and he's young. He's only 24 years of age. I think that's a really good signing to start off this transfer window. Then, from Manchester City, Florian Grillitsch. Now, this is a really good centre defensive midfielder who can also play in that role as well. That's better than Will Hughes already, and for a quarter of the price.
37 caps as well.
Yeah.
Good international player.
Only £5 million. That's a really good signing, if you ask me. So that's a good one. We're going to take a look at Amin Ghouri. £36 million was what I spent as soon as I seen that Odsonne Edouard wanted to leave. Thought I needed a replacement. Here's our man, Amin Ghouri. He is phenomenal. Really good player. Fantastic off the ball. He's got everything that Odsonne Edouard had. A little bit better, but he's a little bit quicker. And that's what I like about him. Plus, he can play on the left should we need to. Picked him up for £28 million up front, going up to 36.5. That's a really good signing for somebody who scored 13 goals last season.
He's already scored 1 for us in 2 games. Good
Indeed.
start.
Very good start. Moving forward, you're not going to believe... I'll go to it straight away. For a free transfer,
Hey?
PSG come in at the same time as we offered him a contract, And the fact that he even said that you would be willing to speak to us, Yusuf Yaziki, because we know he has the highest potential in the game of 200. He's only 18. The fact that Dortmund couldn't keep him is the first time I've ever seen that happen.
Yeah.
We've got him on a free. He turned down PSG.
Of course he did.
To come to Crystal Palace.
Premier League, London side.
Unbelievable.
Of course he will.
I don't believe it. Not only did we do that, we also signed PSG's player after that, Colin Dagba. We picked him up as a right-back option because we don't really have one. Joe Ward has left the club now. We didn't have a right-back. Literally, it got to a point where our club was sparse. We hardly had any players whatsoever. I think I counted 15 players. £2.4 million for a first starting right-back.
Good.
We're making smart signings here. Yeah, Guri was a bit expensive, but we're making some smart signings. Then I've spent £25 million on Marco Canna, but I think it's worth it. He's only 21. He's a quality player, better than Will Hughes already. Comes in that CDM role, so we've picked up two really good centre midfielders now. We're bolstering that midfield to try and push on. £25 million, definitely a really good signing that is from Marco Canna. We continue though. Facundo Torres. This is our attacking player who's kind of replacing Elise. He can play across the front three. He can also play up front. He's a really quality player, only 23 years of age, Uruguayan, £5.5 million.
Happy with that.
Yeah, he's done quite well as well if you look at that. 8 goals, 7 assists, 5 goals, 7 assists in only 18 games. Yeah. Really good for Orlando City, so hopefully we can pick up the same here. We also got another centre midfielder in Dennis Sicario, who plays centre defence midfielder, or he can play as more of an attacking one. Really good, aggressive midfielder, bit of a towering figure.
One caps as well.
Physicals, yeah, really good player. Picked him up for £8.5 million as he was on the transfer list from Juve. And we continue. Another right back, another French right back. This guy's more attacking than Dagba. Good dribbling and good crossing ability. Decent physicals, 6'1". £3.4 million from Porto. We're making some really smart signings. Yeah. Really, really smart signings. And then, of course, we needed a backup goalkeeper, and we brought in Olafsson, Icelandic. He's happy to be a backup. He signed a backup. He's not, amazing by any stretch, but Lunin will be good enough. We picked him up from Midtjylland in Denmark. Only conceded 11 goals in 16 games last season, picking up 7 clean sheets, 9 this season before that. That's really good, to be fair, isn't it? And those are the signings that we made.
Good.
We spent £48 million there. How much did we spend there? 4.9, 36. Yeah, we spent a lot of our transfer budget that we had. We've got basically all of it gone. But I think the squad that we have now, really good.
Yeah.
Definitely an improvement to what we had. Yes, we missed out. Well, we've lost possibly 2 of our best attacking players, especially Michael Elise. Edouard was a bit underwhelming. Didn't really score enough goals, but I think Amin Guri.
Well, I like to see, though, is on the side there, you got Green. Everybody's delighted, very happy.
They're happy to be here.
Happy squad.
Yeah.
It's worth having a smaller squad and all the being happy than it is having a big squad unhappy.
Indeed.
Man United for a dead cert,
God, yeah. So we're changing the tactic now. We're going away from the wingers because we don't have out-and-out wingers like we did previously with Michael Elise. Facundo Torres is more of a central player. I'm hoping to use him in this false 9 role here. I think this is where he'll better suit. We got a couple of really good striking options now with Guri, Wilf Zaha and Yusuf Yaziki, who can play on the left and the right there. I think that's going to be really good for us. We've got 2 centre midfielders on attack because now we've picked up about 4-5 really good midfielders, including Ezra, who can also play there quite well too. We've got options now in that centre midfielder and a deep line playmaker. We've got another few options here. So squad depth, this is what we like, isn't it? The wing back role has changed from an inverted to just a simple wing back. We got Tariq Mitchell, who can play there, who's been really good. Now we've got 2 options who can play on the right. Dagba can play across both. We've got good options in that centre-back role, and of course, we've got the sweeper keeper that we've picked up, Lunin. I'll show you our best 11, what our assistant considers to be our best 11. Looks like this: Makuku, Guri, Zaha in that false 9. But I think it's all interchangeable. I think we've got enough players now that if he needs to make the good decisions, he can make those decisions to change things around. Schedule-wise then, it's a good start.
Yeah.
It's a 1-0 against Burnley, 69th minute. A 1-1 draw to Norwich is not fantastic, I know, but it was a penalty that was scored against us. Those things happen. Luton a 4-0 win though. Championship club obviously, but in the EFL Cup, just nice to get through to the next round. And we've got Coventry in that round next, so you'd like to think that we can progress through that in a very difficult September, really, with Liverpool and City back to back.
And Southampton not an easy side to beat.
No. So that is probably one of the biggest rebuild summers I've ever done.
Yeah.
At Palace, and I probably never thought I'd ever spend that much money at Crystal Palace, but that Michael Elise deal changed things. It really did help bringing in, and that's what I was contemplating. We didn't have a lot of players when Michael Elise bid come in, and it was a case of I can sell him for 76 and bring in 4 or 5 players.
I'll do your prediction now. Then I think we'll finish lower in the league than what we did this year.
Yeah, so that was 7th, wasn't it?
Yeah, I think we'll finish between halfway and relegation.
All right, okay,
Mainly because it's
half.
a new squad. There's a lot of players that haven't played in the Premier League. It's very hard the first season. So
Yeah.
I think it will take us a season to go. Hopefully, we won't be in the relegation battle.
No. All right. I'll see what I can do. Let's simulate this season. Well, Dad.
Right, what do I know about football?
Sweet FA.
Get in.
Nothing. Champions League football. 75 points. Arsenal won the league, but hey, we finished above Liverpool, Man City, Chelsea.
Only 6 points behind Man United.
Yeah.
Get in.
Unbelievable. I mean, it's a shame that we drew that amount of goals, that amount of games, because we only lost 5 this whole season. We only lost 5 games. All away games as well. Gotta win your own games.
Win your own games, mate. Yeah.
Gotta be a t-shirt soon. Gotta be. I'm so pumped for that. I'm so happy we've managed to do that. That's
Definitely.
one hell of a season, and it just goes to prove, or it just goes to show, really, that the Michael Olise very controversial transfer, it paid off.
Oh, 100%.
They might have finished above us, but it definitely paid off.
Like you said, you've got a happy squad. They'll always perform better if you're in a happy squad.
I agree.
What a result that is.
I do want to see whether Ten Hag is actually using Michael Olise, because, I mean, he's in the starting 11 there. He's made 41 starts. He has played a lot of games. 29 starts, 1 goal, 5 assists. Nowhere near as good as what we were getting out of him.
No.
But I'm not going to question Eric Ten Hag, because the guy is a genius. But there we go.
We'll wait on that one.
Yeah, that's very good. Let's take a look at the profile, because I want to see. So Yusuf got the most assists with 16. He's filled in the Michael Olise role there with a very good average rating, the highest in the league. But he also got the second most amount of yellow cards with 14. Okay, I'm pumped. Right, let's see. Other competitions then.
Brilliant.
Can it get any
Absolutely
better?
brilliant.
First trophy!
Hey.
Finally won your trophy! What a season, Crystal Palace. We got the Carabao Cup trophy there for the cabinet, and we're bringing you Champions League football next year. We won on penalties against Manchester City in the final. Yeah, let's go. See you later on. Right, let's take a look. I want to see that our progression through these stages, really, because if we can have a look at the tree, that'll be the best option to go down. Let's see who we knocked out. We beat Wolves 6-1 across the semi-final 2 legs. We had an easy draw. We got Wickham in the quarter-final. We did knock out Chelsea.
That's the way it goes, isn't it?
Yeah, we did knock out Chelsea after Coventry.
Yeah.
But Wickham in the quarter-final. I bet they couldn't believe their luck getting up
Man
there.
City in the final.
May have beaten Man City in the final on
And who
penalties.
they got playing for them now? And I noticed he is actually on this game in the team.
Well, Erling Haaland.
Yeah, he's there, isn't he?
Who the hell is Brian Barry Murphy? I think it's their he's caretaker manager, but I was going to say, who the hell is that? Yeah. So I'm guessing Pep's left.
He goes to Liverpool, doesn't he?
Oh, Allegri's sacked. Do we get him sacked? Because we finished above him?
Yeah.
Pep Guardiola, he left his manager role. I wonder where he is. Oh, he's employed by Spain. No, he's unemployed. He's unemployed.
All right.
Still hasn't got a job. He's just taken a year off. He's wanting the Crystal Palace job, isn't he?
Of course he does. He's just waiting for us, isn't he?
Yeah,
Once he
yeah.
finish off 5 seasons.
Mental how Man City have Lewandowski and Erling Haaland, and they finish in 6th.
Lewandowski as well.
Allegri deserved his
Is he going to go to
sacking.
Barcelona, do you reckon? He wants to, doesn't he?
I think so. I think once the De Jong deal is done, we're recording this just before the end of June. So it's like, what, 29th today? We're a couple of weeks ahead of when this comes out. No deals have been done yet for Man United, but I think once that De Jong deal is done, I think that's the money to then go, oh, we've got Kessie, we've got Lewandowski. I think that's probably what will happen.
Yeah.
Very good season. Let's take a look at the goals then. This is a little underwhelming considering where we finished. Yusuf Yaziki only got 14 goals, 10 assists.
The thing is, all right, if you haven't got an out-and-out goal scorer, it's nice to have 4 or 5 that are banging in double figures.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, Wilfried Zaha still getting 18.
That's
Amingori
18. 2, nearly 20.
Yeah. I'm guessing then defensively we were just really good this season. That must have been the thing. I want to take a look at that quickly. If I go by stages, we can see how many goals we conceded. 42, which is still quite low actually.
Yeah.
26 by Arsenal was probably the lowest there. 30 for Chelsea and Manchester United. So only 42 goals conceded this season. We scored 78. We scored the most goals this season, just across loads of different players. Mental. Fair play.
Just looking at the bottom of the league there, like what points they got to get relegated. 14. Crystal Palace have got 2 records reference being relegated.
Okay.
One of them is they got relegated finishing fourth. Only ever team that finished fourth in the Premier League and get relegated. It was the year that the Premier League decided to go down to 20 teams instead of 22.
Right.
So the 4 teams went down, and Crystal Palace finished in that fourth row.
Oh, I thought you meant fourth in the league.
No, fourth from bottom.
Bloody hell, I was going to say, that'd be gutting, wouldn't it?
Fourth from bottom.
Champions League? No, you're in the Championship. Bloody hell.
Yeah.
Right, fourth from bottom. Okay.
And the other one is they got relegated with 49 points. It's the most points a team has ever had and been relegated.
Jesus. What, still finishing like in the bottom
they
three?
were bottom 3 then.
Yeah.
Yeah. With 49 points. When you look at
that is unbelievable.
Burnley there, 30 points.
Yeah, I'm guessing that was when it was 22 teams in there.
1992, so yeah. Probably,
that's probably one of the last years.
They changed the fourth place in 95, I think that was. So yeah.
So they had like four more games to play.
Yeah.
No, how many games? Yeah, it is 4 more games to play. So where we see as the standard being 40 points is safety. 49
points.
Ridiculous.
Yeah, what a shame, eh?
That is a shame to still get relegated on that. Okay, let's see how much money they're giving us for Champions League. Only 50 million.
Well, they're probably scared that we're going to spend another 100 million.
Okay, let's go and take a look then. Champions League football next year.
Come on.
Now, you'll be pleased to know, Dad, we didn't sell anybody of our star players. We kept roughly the same amount of players. We just let the freebies go who were players too old, like Kouyaté, for instance. But we did bring in Axel Tuanzebe from Newcastle, of all places. He is actually he's developed. One of the best I've ever seen him develop, to be fair. A good ball-playing centre defender gives us more options. £23 million we signed him from Newcastle after he's had a couple of really good seasons in the Championship for him. They stayed down in the Championship. I don't know whether they're back up now. We can see that, I guess, if they're in the... Yeah, they are up here now. So it took them 2 seasons to come back up. It's mental, all that money. But £23 million, I think that's a good signing, considering how good he actually is. But that's not the only signing. We signed Ndombele from Tottenham.
Oh, I'm happy with that.
It's French.
Yeah.
It's French. He's going in with a French theme that we've got going on right now. He's a good attacking centre midfielder, is the reason why, and he plays a number of different roles.
I do like him, actually.
Yeah, I don't think he'll be a starting player, but I think he'll be a good enough player. Tottenham haven't played him for years.
No.
But yeah, I think he'll be a good enough player for us. So that's what we've got going on right there. Tactically, we keep it as it is. Why would we change it? We've got Champions League football. We want a cup. We want to see how it does in the Champions League. So for this season...
Would we be playing 2 attacking football to be in the Champions League? That's
what we've got to find out. But if I changed it and then we did bad, you'll go, why did you change it?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, definitely. I agree with you. The Champions League is a different style of football. And we see that from the way our top teams play in Europe, don't they?
Yeah.
They do change the way they play the Premier League.
Yeah. Yazizi's the only player I want playing every game. I want to get those amount of assists and stuff again. I think that was really crucial to us last season, playing really well. But I think our squad now is filling out where we've got so many good players in loads of different positions. So I'll take a look at the squad depth, for instance. You've got like 3 really good centre-backs, 3 really good CDMs, 4 really good centre midfielders. We're bolstering the squad to the point where we're really good.
We're building a good squad for anybody who's going to take us over from us.
Patreon members, can you do the £5 tier? Obviously, gives you the option for the save game file. Let me get my words correct. And then obviously, Dan's going to give you a challenge at the end of our rebuild to do another 5 years. Thank you to everybody who's been signing up and letting us know, by the way. So yeah, we are building a nice, young, very built-out squad for you after this rebuild.
Yeah, if you definitely have a go, let us know you get on as well.
Absolutely. Page.com/Omega Luke Gaming. So yeah, and that's obviously we've got 3 really good strikers too. So I don't know. I'm happy with our squad so far. Let's see. We drew with Wolves on the opening day of the Premier League season, 1-1. We then beat Leeds 1-0 for Gundor Torres in the 70th minute, and then we beat Sheffield United 6-3. Amin Gori got himself a hat trick. Makuku got one as well. So did Zizagir and Torres.
Happy with that.
Okay, not bad. But our Champions League group is what we are interested in, right? PSG, after stealing Makuku as they tried and thought they were going to get him, they looked at us and went, oh, it's only Crystal Palace, we should win this one easy.
Let's be a bit realistic then.
Europa League?
Yeah.
Leipzig's good, of course, but there's a possibility that we could beat them. You just never know, do they? They've got...
It all depends, mate, doesn't it?
Got to win your own games. We did that last year. We didn't lose at home in the Premier League. But yeah, PSG, of course, they are going to be deadly. They still got Mbappe. Poch is still there. And he has won 2 Champions Leagues back-to-back.
Do you know, I look at FM sometimes and they get quite a few things right.
Yeah.
But things they get wrong, don't they?
Okay, right. Predictions then. You think Europa League football?
I think Europa League. And I think we probably got a good chance in Europa League. We're a good little team that could do something.
Like West Ham was this year.
Yeah, West Ham, Seville.
Yeah,
They were
absolutely.
good in Europa League, weren't they?
Yeah. Premier League, what are you expecting? Obviously, we very much overachieved last year. Let's not say we deserved it.
Let's stay in the top six.
Top six.
Yeah,
I'd be happy with top
let's
six
stay
for
in
sure.
that, hopefully.
Right, okay. Let's simulate this 4th season. Dad, we continue to defy the odds.
Yes, get in.
We clutched 4th place on the final day of the season.
That's all right.
Gotta be happy with that.
Definitely, yeah. 2 seasons above Man City?
Yeah.
Of course you're happy with that.
Aston Villa must be gutted. They were in top 4 and they drew their last game of the season to Manchester United, who won the league. Come on, Eric! And we won all 5 of our last games. One against Liverpool.
What a finish.
Yeah. Arsenal as well, who are champions, all the way down in 7th place now. I like how when they finish in 7th place, nobody wins the cup so they can still get the EC2, but there we go. Interesting clubs going down though.
Yeah,
West Ham, Wolves, Brighton.
Yeah.
There's some big players around there. Tottenham down 11th as well. You kept that one quiet, didn't you? Let's take a look at the profile of the league. Christian Eriksen's kicked off a bit, hasn't he? Some good average rating and assists. Yusuf got 9 assists there, not bad. Sicario 16 yellow cards.
Where's the big Man City boys then?
Nowhere to be seen, are they? Where are Man City? They finished in 6th place. Yeah. Barry Murphy is already, he's there again. They've sacked somebody else. Who have they sacked? Luis Enrique came in and got sacked. They are not having a good time, are they?
No.
Barry Murphy's good though. He's won the Europa League. Fair play. Well done, Brian. You know how to manage Erling Haaland and Lewandowski, but clearly all of these world-class managers, they don't. So the tale of Manchester City here is quite a funny one, but Man United's doing very well, and I'm happy they got Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Okay.
That's often, mate.
Yeah. Cup competitions then. Champions League, FA Cup, Carabao Cup. What have we got? Knockout round. Ooh, that's all right. We qualified.
That's all right, isn't it?
And we come up against Bayern Munich, so that's, you don't expect too much there. 5th round by Arsenal, quarter-final by Wolves. But let's take a look at the Champions League, because I'm genuinely curious. Liverpool won it. Oh, God. Right in the final. They did win it last season, though. Come on, Eric. Come on, Eric. He won it last season. How do we get on? We lost. Oh, no. We lost 4-0 at home.
3-0 up.
After being 3-0 up.
Was it a late
That
goal?
is
Was it a
gutting.
late goal as well?
Let's see. Oh, that's so frustrating. Oh my God.
2 late goals.
2 late goals.
Oh no.
We were through into the 90th minute. We're at the Allianz. I thought it was at home, but I mean, even up until the 70th minute, we're thinking we're 3-1 up on aggregate. We should be fine. Sadio Mane and Gavi.
That is such a shame.
What do you think, by the way, of Sadio Mane going to Barcelona?
Not sure about that one.
No?
No. Why? Why would you want to do that? The best league in the world. You played one of the best teams in the world.
Yeah. But do you feel like you've won everything there? And there's still competitions to be won? Maybe he has like a checklist of I want to win. If it was me, if I've already won the Champions League, they've won the FA Cup, they've won the Carabao Cup, they've won the Premier League, obviously. I'd be thinking, what else do I really want to win? I've always wanted to win the DFB Pokal. That trophy looks gorgeous to me. You go to Bayern Munich,
I agree
you're
with
pretty
it.
much guaranteed to win something.
What country do you really want to go to, and who would you want to play for? Obviously, he wanted to go to Germany and play for Bayern Munich.
Yeah.
If it were me and I was going to leave England, I'd want to go to Spain and play for Barcelona.
Yeah.
Or Real Madrid.
See, that's why I think me and you differ, because I would love to go to Germany and play because of the atmosphere.
Yeah, definitely.
At every ground.
Yeah.
Sometimes you'll see like a Spanish game and you think, oh God, this is boring.
True.
Same with Italy. Sometimes you look at the Italian games, you think, where's the fans?
I just couldn't go to an Italy.
They got so many like quality players and teams, but I'd love to play in Germany because of the atmosphere.
I mean, Germany have come so much better over the years recently, so that's probably the reason. The atmosphere in it is definitely good.
Yeah,
but I don't know. I would have left Liverpool.
No, I know.
Whether something has happened behind the scenes, and obviously it's not being leaked out.
Yeah.
Just
there's talks that Salah's going next year as well, isn't it? It's very strange, very odd scenario.
And Liverpool
going on
seem to have the replacements very, very quickly.
Well, they're very good at that, aren't they?
Oh yeah,
they're really good at that.
But certain things you've got to get in place.
They're in preparation
months
for it. Yeah,
and they had it all already done, didn't they?
Yes.
So that's what makes me think something beyond the scenes was going on.
Yeah. And they knew he was going already. That's why they brought in Diaz in January. And I think you could be right. To be fair, let us know down in the comments your thoughts and opinions. We love reading them. But this is very disheartening. But I do want to see the group though, because I think we've done ourselves, the world of good there.
Brilliant.
We beat Leipzig to that second spot. We got 11 points. We only lost one game against Leipzig. We were unbeaten against PSG. We drew against them twice.
That's a hell of a result.
That's so good, isn't it?
Over there and drawing.
Yeah, we beat Olympiacos 5-0 and 5-0. Unlucky. And we beat Leipzig at home 2-1. We won our home games, Dad. And that's what we did there. We managed to progress.
You've got to do in Europe, and you're guaranteed to go through.
Exactly. We did very well. God, Man United had quite an easy group there.
Yeah.
Slavia Prague got through instead of Napoli. Right, fair enough. Okay then, let's take a look at the squad and see who's been scoring the goals. Again, it's not exactly an overwhelming number of just 16 with 10 assists. We're used to seeing a lot more. Fernando Torres got 15. Yusuf Yaziki only getting 11. It's worrying me really because he's unhappy now and wants a new deal. And it's like, earn it.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? Earn it. You're a quality, world-class striker
you
right
haven't just banged in 20-odd goals and thinking, I'm the best striker you've ever had.
Yeah.
I deserve it.
It makes me wonder whether the tactic has that kind of effect on it, whether... we're still getting results from it, but it makes me wonder whether... we need to get the best out of our strikers to go to that next level.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go on forward then to the 5th season. Let's take a look at the transfer budget. Again, it's another £50 million. Wilfried Zaha's leaving, by the way. It's at the end of his deal. I offered him a new contract and he wanted like 100k. I ain't giving him 100k when he's 32 years of age, when he's a bit of a squad player. So there we go. He's off. Let's go forward. The other only out was Guzman. Because we didn't play him very much, his value was quite low and he was very unhappy. So I agreed to sell him to Montpellier. As you can see here, he made 12 appearances but 1 start. Yeah. Season before that was even worse. So it was time for him to go. He left for £5 million. Don't worry, I did bring in some players. It's just on this page here. We start off Thomas Souček. I mentioned West Ham got themselves relegated.
Yeah.
The other club that got relegated was Wolves. I originally went for Ruben Neves.
Oh yeah.
Really cheap price. He went to a different club. Pretty sure it was Arsenal. I'll take a look in a sec. So I thought, right, I still want to get another midfielder. And I remembered how good Thomas Souček is from that centre midfield on attack role.
Good squad player to bring in.
Yeah, very well rounded, everywhere on the pitch.
He's 30 years of age, he's still alright, he's still got it.
Yeah.
Well experienced.
Exactly.
70 caps, I mean...
Yeah, £21 million as well is not too bad from West Ham considering they do get relegated. We're not paying him like too much of a wage either, but his player traits, he's a towering figure. He's going to be so crucial for us this season. Yeah. But he's not the only guy that we brought in. We needed a good right back. I went for a couple of them. I got a couple of players stolen from me, but Kyle Walker-Peters is who I ended up with, and I'm happy with it.
Yeah,
very well rounded. He's developed quite nicely in this game. He's 28 now.
I didn't understand why when Spurs got rid of him. I don't know why.
Yeah.
Good young,
12 million as well.
Player,
do you think it's because you had Kyle Walker at the time, and he was like, I want to be the only Kyle Walker?
Yeah, probably, yeah.
It is funny how they were both called Kyle Walker, isn't it? I just found it hilarious. I thought it was a joke to begin with. £36 million was a lot of money. But he did get a goal for us so far.
Started well.
Yeah, he started well. That's not bad. I wanted to see a bit more of assists from him because obviously he has that in his locker. That's what I bought him for.
You're watching him play now. He bombs down that wing.
Exactly. Yeah. I didn't buy him for his defensive prowess. He's not very good at marking or heading. I bought him because he's very good going forward, and I want to be attacking. He's got great natural fitness and stamina, knowing that if he does go forward, I know he can get back.
Yeah.
He's pleased to have joined us too, and I like that as well. English as well. Hasn't got any caps. Interesting. Let's take a look at the tactic then, because I have changed it. Gone to a diamond.
Right.
The reason for it, obviously I'm a big fan of the diamond this year. I feel like maybe the 3 up top was too much spreading out the goals.
Yeah.
I want to bring Moukoko into it. So we've got a poacher and an advanced forward up there. Poacher is perfect for Yusuf Moukoko, who is still unhappy. He wants a new deal. I didn't give him one. And we got a shadow striker because really, Yazici, we've got Ezre, we've got Fernando Torres. They're not really forwards.
No.
They are they're number 10s.
Yeah.
Souček in a centre midfield on attack. It's obvious why. He bombs forward, he gets there late. We got great box-to-box options with Sicario, Kana, Ndombele. Grilic is still at the club, although he is unhappy because we're not playing as much. And of course, the DM role, we've got a fair amount of players who can play there. It's really good options for us right now. And if I show you our best 11, this is what it would be, but obviously I've changed it ever so slightly to what I think is better. So I think we've got a good chance this season of continuing what we are doing right now.
Yeah.
Let's take a look at the schedule because we've done very well. Look at the teams we have played against. Arsenal, Chelsea, Man City, and we got 9 points.
What a start that is.
I know.
I mean, even going back to 2 friendlies there, beating Man United 4-1,
and Dortmund 7-1.
And then you come and beat Arsenal 1-0, Chelsea 1-0, Man City. You think, we're going to win the league.
Yeah, no, right. Aminguri on the 57th, then on the 75th. It's brilliant. And then I was praying the Man City game would finish 1-0 with Aminguri. That would have been hilarious. But both De Bruyne and Lewandowski was playing, and we still went on and won it. Yusuf Makuku's even got himself a goal there too. Let's take a look at the Champions League group, because this one's tricky. Juve and Dortmund. That is tricky. Galatasaray is hard, so...
Welcome to hell.
Yeah. So that's going to be a tricky one.
Right.
If we do go in Europa League, fine. I would like to think we can still progress, considering we battered Dortmund.
I think that is too much of a challenge to get into the...
You think? If you had
I
to, right, question, and at this point of the rebuild, in Season 4, bearing in mind that the viewers who are going to take this on for 5 years, if you had to pick either finishing 4th place and not qualifying for Europa or the Champions League next season, well, through this season, but the viewers have got Champions League football next year, or we finish out of the European spots, but we go through, and only next year we'll get Europa League football, for instance. What would you pick? Champions League football next year, or progressing through the Champions League football this year?
Progressing through the Champions League football this year.
This year. Yeah. Screw you on the Patreon. Get Champions League yourself. Right, okay then. Let's simulate this final season and see how we get on. We finished in 4th. We scraped it. We got that Champions League football. I say we scraped it. We finished there by a mile, really, by 7 points. But, we're there or thereabouts in 4th place. Champions are Liverpool. They walked the league, really. 10 points clear of Manchester United. Man City have booked their ideas up. Who settled that... Unbelievable. Champions League winner.
Yeah.
Pochettino is who they brought in. Amazing stuff. Yeah, sometimes the stories in these rebuilds are amazing in it. It's beautiful. I love it. But yeah, we've done very well.
Yes.
Tottenham down in 8th place. You're climbing again, Dad. You're climbing. What a surprise. West Brom came up, got relegated, came up and got relegated again.
And Norwich.
Yeah. The yo-yo clubs. Somebody had a go at me for calling West Brom a yo-yo club the other day, and I was like, have you seen your history? Have you seen what you've done recently? Yusuf Makuku got 41 goals, by the way. Let's take a look at other competitions. Semi-final. Oh, runners-up of the Carabao Cup as well.
Talking of semi-final for the FA Cup, when they played in the first ever FA Cup, which was in 1871, they reached the semi-final. And
really?
They were beaten by Royal Engineers in the semi-final.
You know that really famous club?
Yeah.
Royal Engineers. Who beat us in the Carabao Cup final then? I want to see who did that. Liverpool again. Liverpool give us a bad season, but they've obviously gone on and won that. Please don't tell me they've won the Champions League and the FA Cup. Who won the FA Cup? Arsenal won the FA Cup. Okay, so they haven't done the immaculate treble that Man United still hold on to. Yes! Come on, Eric. Okay, please say it's still Eric. I want it to be Eric. Yes.
Yeah.
In Eric we trust. Amazing stuff. Penalties. We got our revenge. That's Man United being in the final 3 years in a row there.
Yeah.
Well played. They finished second in the league though, but I mean, let's take a look then at our Champions League journey, because this is quite outstanding stuff. Let's go stages. So in the first round knockout, we played Villarreal. We beat them 6-0 on aggregate. That's good.
That's
very good. Yeah, very, very good indeed. Okay, next round, quarterfinals. We defeated PSG again. They hate us, don't they? God, they hate us. Who took over? I don't think we'll be able to see who took over, no, because we haven't got the league loaded, but 4-3 on aggregate. Really good. Really, really good.
When you look at that as well, they've got Liverpool, Man United, Man City, Chelsea and Crystal Palace.
Five English clubs there.
So we're in the top 5 of the European Championship, European competitions, isn't we, really?
And then Liverpool, we lost 4-1 to them. It was an all-English semi-final, which happened quite recently, actually.
Yeah, it did,
I can't remember when that happened. I think it did, though. But there we go. Manchester United go on and win the Champions League. We've done very well indeed there.
I think, we've done a lot better than we thought we were going to do.
Yeah. Makuku got 41 goals this season. All right, you can have a new deal. You can have a new contract now, but you're going to have to offer it to him pretty soon because he is starting to consider whether he should be looking to move to a bigger club. Can you offer him a new deal? No. It's So what you're going to have to do, that's because he's keeping his options open while he's at the World Cup. So if you do take this on, you're going to have to try and persuade him to stay.
You just got to hope he has a bad World Cup.
Yeah.
No one's interested in him.
That's it. That's the problem, because he's only got 1 year left on his deal. But this is the new thing that players are doing now, isn't it? But he got 41 goals. Amingori got 25 and 14. Yazici got 14 and 14 there. Tariq Mitchell got 17 assists. That's unbelievable. Right, what is the 5-year target for people taking on this amazing Crystal Palace rebuild?
I think you've got to definitely stay in this top 7.
Yeah.
To qualify for the European
football.
But I'm going to say, can you please win me the FA Cup?
I thought you were going to say that.
Well, they've been to 2 finals.
Yeah.
They've lost both finals. They've won the other cup.
Yeah.
Try and win me the FA Cup.
Yeah.
I don't think we've got a good enough squad, and I don't think you'll be able to build a good enough squad to win anything in Europe. You might be able to get a Europa League.
Yeah.
Or one of the lower ones, but I want the FA Cup, mate. That's
yeah.
So try and win me the FA Cup, and if you win it, send us a message and tell us you won it.
Let us know. Carabao Cup was the only trophy that we won, but do you still consider this rebuild for 5 years a success?
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean, come on, mate. We
semi-final of the Champions League.
Yeah, we qualified for if the European competitions 3 times.
Yeah.
In a row. So
you've got £80 million. Why is it always the 6th year they give you loads of money? £81 million is what you've got to play around with.
But then if we lose the other player, that we could be selling in for 30, 40 million, even maybe even more than that.
Possibly, yes.
So right. You could have an 100 million budget to play with as
possibly. Well, let us know if you do take that on. Patreon.com/MegaLuke Gaming. The link is down in the description should you wish to check that out. And obviously Patreon members check always, because there's usually a poll that comes out every other week to decide what rebuild we do next. Thank you very much, Dad, for coming along again, and we'll probably see you next Monday. Bye-bye.